got a bit of a Queen vibe about it, that intro.
All right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good.
So, as you can see, we are joined today by Wait Rose's younger brother. We've got Morris that side, and we got John in the bottom corner, who's joined us from somewhere else in the world.
Get out.
Yeah. So, how are you, Gary's younger brother?
I'm okay. I'm hot today.
You do look about 10 years younger with your haircut.
Yeah, and a beard trim.
Well, you're wearing a sweater indoors.
And the trendy sweater without, and yeah, just trying to get into the holiday vibe, dude.
Down with the kids.
Finger very much on the pulse there. Yeah, I'm okay. And the slight problem I have is I have a very pink Seafire with the very lovely Tamiya undercoat, and about a third of it's red because I ran out of red paint.
Ooh.
So about a third of it's red, and I've got some more that should be here today, but we'll see how we go. But the build has gone lovely. The build itself, the aircraft itself, is really nice. But
Cool.
you just have to trust me on that. So I'm in the dining room because everything's been packed and transported and ready to close down for a few weeks. But other than that, I'm fine. How are you doing?
All right, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for the parcel yesterday as well.
Also, by the way,
Lovely stuff in there.
Following comments by viewers, new webcam, and earbuds, so I can chat normally, hear everything you're saying, and you have the dubious pleasure of being able to see me sharply. So there we go.
And you don't sound like you're at the other end of the room.
Exactly, because I'm not. I'm that far away.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
I'm trying the
liberating.
same.
Can I also just say, for months you've been trying to get rid of this idea that you're the posh Gary and things. You're trying to push that idea away.
I try
helped
and
that by packaging
I try and I know. And in my defence, they aren't my John Lewis boxes. It was something else got sent to me by someone else, and not someone called John Lewis. But yeah, I thought you'd enjoy that.
Have a giggle about that.
Yeah, because the Selfridge boxes, obviously, all my stuff's packed up in at the moment.
Let's face it, down in your part of the world, John Lewis is just a corner shop, isn't it?
But we have a John Lewis at the big shopping centre at White City, the big what's it called, Westfield shopping centre.
Oh right, yeah.
So what you're saying?
There's a big John Lewis there.
In the area where you live is. Oh, go on.
Well, yeah, it's just a big store that's part of a big shopping outlet experience. It's not it's not Harrods, let's say that. That's probably a good thing. Not Fortnum and Mason's, that's for sure.
So what you're trying to say is, where you live, John Lewis is basically another Poundland.
No, not at all. No, not at all. Much better than that. A pound, John Lewis. I'm quite mad. Just the one. A sovereign, perhaps a doubloon, a piece of 8 maybe, but not a pound. Anyway, we're within the M25, so there was a really good radio show some years ago, a little play, where the area inside the M25 had ceded from the rest of the country and become its own sovereign nation. So the M25 became the border, and they had a new currency, and it's called the pound. So not the pound. It's 1 pound, which was roughly equivalent to £1 everywhere else in the country. It's a really, really good radio show. It's really interesting. How much is that? £1.
There's an interesting one-man play on by not Parkview in Borden, starting tomorrow. Right. It's about the last bantam soldier from World War One.
Oh right. Oh cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey-ho.
What about you, out of place, Marley?
That good, huh?
Hello, John.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. How you doing, mate?
What about you, out of place, Marley?
Oh, I didn't hear anybody sort of throw to me. So yeah, reception's a bit Melbourne. I'm in Melbourne. I'm not in Newcastle. So I'm at the desk that Bullingham's the bed-looking Marley, but he's not here. He's in Perth. So yeah. So tonight the role of the scale modelling twin will be played by the scale modelling twin, which is all a bit weird, really. Now I did a Marley. So I bought a model to work on because I'm going to be. My darling wife is here with me, and she's in the other room. She said, "Go and play with your boys." Actually, that sounds bad, doesn't it? But
It does, yeah.
but how do I recover from that?
You don't.
I bet,
No.
I bet
So
she
moving
didn't expect, when she said
swiftly.
that, I bet she didn't expect you to come on here with us.
Yeah.
So I didn't bring the Sea Fury down, but I bought another kit down to dabble with because it'd be easy to transport. I just throw it in the back of the car when I go home. So it's this one. So it's a Mini
nice.
Avro 671 rotor. But I did a Marley. So I bought a couple of bits of. I bought my little Optivisor and a couple of bits of paint and all that sort of stuff. So when I got the instructions out to see what paint I needed, I left that on the desk at home. So I have no instructions in the kit. So I can't do a bloody thing with that.
Not something you want to forget with a mini art kit.
Unbelievable. So I could look it up on,
No,
say, my iPad, but I'm using my iPad for this. So I can either swap to the phone. I'll bring the instructions up on the phone. I'll go and sort that out. I'll be back in a mo. Just talks amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Okay, John.
Oh,
Okay,
bless
boss.
him. Bless him.
I'll mute myself so I don't hear
Baggy
me
trousers.
stumbling around the house saying "piss off, cat."
You can tell he's got
anything
no
like
back. You can tell he's got no ass. His jeans are baggy at the back.
Right.
Have I got a bad delay again?
It's all right at the moment. It's all right at the moment. Question. Gary, you have done this bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you put
yes.
this? Can you put this bit in once you've put that bit together like that?
Yes, you can.
Oh, good.
You can. Just be. There is a very slight sort of inwards bend of the fuselage to sort of hold it in place.
Yeah,
but you can put it in after I did it myself.
Right. Yeah, I was just playing around with it, and I thought, oh, it might be easier to go in afterwards.
Yeah, it can be done that way for sure.
I got a little bit clever and glued it into one side. So it is in. It's just only glued onto one side.
Right, yeah, got it. I got it.
There we go.
Well, I tried to be clever this morning, and after yesterday's mammoth priming of the big boy for an half an hour, and the fact that by the end of it my compressor was glowing, it was so hot. I thought I'm not going to waste time on the stream spraying, so I sprayed all the zinc chromate parts.
Excellent.
Needed spraying. I sprayed all of them. Or so I thought. Because when I got rid of the paint and cleaned all up, I found that one piece that's left that I haven't painted.
Is it the bit that goes between the two wheelbays, like the keel between the two wheelbays?
No. It's the bit that goes in the rear wheel, where the rear wheel.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'm going to try and get away with brush painting it.
And inside the doors as well.
Done the inside of the doors, went through all that.
Right, okay.
I literally went through the whole bloody thing, and I thought, yeah, I've got it all. Clean. Bugger. So, yeah.
I'm back. But you probably saw me.
I shall go through the chat while you guys get started.
How many we got in chat, Mikey?
Okay.
Well, we've got 17 people watching.
Ooh.
Wow.
Let's see what I
Good
can do
morning.
about that.
Good morning, all.
We've also, before that, Tiff, we've got a new member. Hey,
Crikey.
Hey, welcome, Philip. You mad
John,
impetuous.
do you want to read the comments out? I'm just going to drop out and come back in, see if that
Sure.
fixes the lag.
David says, G-Day all. We'll miss today on here. Have to go babysitting over daughters in Bedinock. Is that a place, is it? Catch you next week or on Discord. Bye. Is that a new
Cheers, David.
Bedinock?
I think so.
Robert says hello and goodbye. A word of warning: Sprogs wiggle if you sit on them incorrectly.
They
Oh,
do.
Sprogs? Is that kids? Children?
Children.
Ew. Okay. Yeah.
Rugrats.
Not a million miles from my old stomping ground in Bargyot? What? Bargode?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Duke says, G'day, all you beautiful people. Hope you're looking forward to a great weekend. I certainly am.
I certainly am. It's my wife's birthday tomorrow.
Hi, panel.
Oh,
Hi,
excellent.
everyone in chat, says Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
Joe says, headed to New Orleans. No, how that's it? Nolans.
Nolans.
Headed to
Nolans.
Nolans for the last day of junior golf tournament. We'll watch Sea Fury
Excellent.
when I get home. Take care. Now,
Yeah,
Very
and
probably
you,
won't
sir.
watch it because I'm months that up. Jim says hello to all in chat.
Hey, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Odd colour scheme for the Sea Fury based in the desert. Aaron Bell says hello all.
Hello, Adamville.
Columbus
Hello,
is saying evening all. Hello
Hi.
from New Zealand.
Good day. Hello.
Hey, Callum.
Martin says, hello everyone. Currently sitting in a bar overlooking the sea in Kefalonia in Greece.
Oh,
That does sound all right, doesn't it?
one island down from my favourite place in the world.
Whilst watching us.
What's your favourite place in the world?
Corfu.
I thought you were going to say Lesbos. But, yeah,
Haha.
I can't tell.
No, Corfu.
Julian says, time flies when you're having fun. Morning all.
Morning, Julian.
Tiff says, welcome folks. Please don't forget to hit that lube button. Deet is in.
That sounds so bad.
Oh, well, depends which side of the fence you're on. Dita says, greetings everyone. We'll follow halfway, getting ready to go pick up Nia in 2 hours.
Cool.
An hour and a half, near enough. Jim says, Gary, background looks so different as opposed to Waitrose Manor.
It does, because it is different. It's the dining room.
Yes, well, it's actually sort of wood panel, but you've got a green screen effect going on there, haven't you?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Jim says, greetings to our gracious hosts.
G'day, Jim. How the devil are you, mate?
Julian says, no, Mikey. John Lewis is £1.50 land. Robert says, am I seeing small zoomies in Gary's S camera? Gary's camera? Small zoomies?
I don't know.
Gary's camera?
Hope not.
Do what?
Oh, Jim says Amalis are scattered all over Australia today. Yeah. Julian says, Gary Evans.
Excellent.
If you missed on Discord, I got a parcel yesterday. Both my and your addresses blocked out with a black marker before recycling.
Perfect.
Lovely.
Glad it got there safely, Julian.
Oh, Gary's in. He says, greetings, everyone. Oh, Mr. Evans. Nearly didn't recognise you. Lol.
I know. It's
Julian
almost
says,
good enough for parade, the length.
Julian says, Bedlinog is 6 miles.
Bedlinog is 6 miles. Yeah, Aberdeen.
East of Aberdeen. So I know exactly where that is now.
Aberdeen.
Over there.
Yes.
Hagrid says, P.S. Industrial fire that ignited nearby last evening is being put out as we speak. Needed over 150 firefighters, so keep at it. Well,
Wow.
goal
Hats
achieved
off
there.
to
Hagrid.
them.
Well done. Is that all the comments for now? Wonderful.
Yeah, you
So
killed them all off.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got my little phone thing, so I'm going to use this to bring up the instructions for this Avro Skooma. How's my sound? Is it a bit muffled or whatnot, or is it okay?
Oh, yeah, cool. Sounds all right to me.
Sweet.
Yeah. How's the
All right.
how's my delay now?
I can't see your lips move, so it must be improved.
Twat.
Well. Oh, big news. Big news. Huge news, in fact. Timo. Everyone, I think most people here know Timo.
Yeah.
So big news is, let's see if I can find that there.
Oh,
He's having a baby.
wow.
He is.
Nice. We didn't know he's capable of carrying.
Baby Evans is coming in
Good old
December
Timmy.
2025. Timbo,
A Timlet.
well done.
Wow. Brilliant.
We didn't know.
A
We didn't know
Timlet.
he had it in him.
The Tim, oh, he had thousands of them in him.
Yeah.
He's a medical marvel.
Ah, there says creepy sight when you drive home and see that black
It's him.
smoke column near the road. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it would be. All right. So well done,
I don't
Timbo.
know what the hell is happening with this computer today. Keeps dropping.
So
Maybe if you hold it up around the edge of the mountain, get a better signal.
I'm doing a veterans walk tonight.
Wow.
Yes, and the
Yeah.
veterans
So is that
trail.
getting up in the middle of the night for a wee?
You have to go for a pee.
Yeah.
No. The Telford and Wrekin Council have a veterans trail, and I believe we're going to walk it this evening.
Wow.
A group of us from the Models for Heroes face-to-face session and many other veterans. So looking forward to that.
So you're climbing the
Of course, Gary
the
will be
Wrekin.
senior veteran.
Say again.
Are you climbing the Wrekin?
No. I have climbed the Wrekin years ago.
Uh-huh.
Once you've done it once. Although a friend of my daughter's, her dad, who runs a white goods store, he climbed the Wrekin with a washing machine on his back.
Bloody hell.
That takes some doing.
Amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
I saw that in the paper, in the news.
So he walked the trail with his wife on his back. That's a
dear.
bad joke. Terrible
I
joke,
guarantee that has registered with Bron now, and there is a
she doesn't
slap
watch this stuff.
inbound. There is a slap inbound.
Yeah.
Probably. Well, there would be anyway, wouldn't there?
What's the betting? What's the betting? Bron's now sat in the living room with her eye twitching, and she doesn't know why.
Oh, she does know why.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
Yes, I'm
All
looking
right.
forward to
So
doing
I
that.
brought the instructions for this up on scale, mate, so I could do
There you
something with it.
go.
This age of technology, it's an amazing thing.
Technological stuff.
Explain again how sheet splatters can be employed to prevent earthquakes.
I found out the other day, apropos, you're talking about sheet splatters, remind me.
Julian
There's
said,
a program.
go on.
There's a program on the television. They were talking about various things. One of which they were talking about making sausages. I think it's one of these food. How do they make these? I think they're making sausage rolls or something. And they pointed out that during the First World War, the gas balloon, the ballonets inside Zeppelins, were made from basically sausage skins because they were natural skins. To the point where it was actually banned, the population were banned from eating sausages in several European countries, so that the production of the various bits of animal that we use for sausage skins could all be sent to Ludwigshafen or whatever to make into ballonets for zeppelins.
Amazing.
I thought they'd just have some doped fabric or something, but no, they were actually natural skins. It was quite astonishing, really. I thought, anyway.
That's a long drawn out sausage problem.
Very. That's one big sausage.
Amazing.
That's what she said.
Julian says audio delay might
Read
be a
the sausages.
YouTube thing, Mikey. I watch World of Wayne, and whenever he uses a hammer, the tapping ends a few seconds after he's stopped, and the percussive percussion of whatever needs it. Oh, yeah, how weird.
Sometimes I'm out of my depth on this stream.
What the hell was that?
Yeah.
What makes you say that, Gary?
There's very, very knowledgeable people out there.
I just watched the television and remembered it. I don't know anything. I just repeat what's on the television.
Oh, crikey. Gary says, was that wife or Wi-Fi, said John? It's a bit hard to hear you clearly here. Well, probably a bit of column A, a bit of column B. Oh, cripes. I did mention when I went out to get my phone, I said that the guy said I have no arse, and they said, oh, well, they've only just noticed. Anyway. Julian says, Gary, Mikey, there's probably a preemptive slap heading John's way because on the assumption he'll probably need it at some point and Bron may be busy. That's so true.
Slap. What was that for? Later.
Later on, you'll know when it happens.
On account.
I don't know, but
That's better.
And Julian says, Gary M. To be on the safe side, he'll probably claim door number 2.
Right.
Should have brought the Sea Fury down, eh? Oh,
Well, should have, would have, could have,
So, I saw my
And
parents
again-
today.
Say again?
I saw my parents. They're looking very healthy.
Are they well?
They are, as well
Good.
as can be. Yeah.
Good.
It's
And
nice.
how are they settling into their new?
I think they're quite settled. I think, their digs are more than acceptable. I think, I think, they're not going to, they're happy with the whole arrangement, I think.
Good.
And the better-looking Marley's son is getting married, so there's an engagement party tomorrow evening, which is why I'm in Melbourne. It's one of the reasons I'm in Melbourne. I've come down for 2 reasons. One, well, for a couple, to see my good parents, which is, a highlight.
your bad ones aren't getting visited then.
Bron's niece, well, actually, and my niece. So, Timmy's sister had a baby about a couple of weeks ago, so we've come to visit her. And my other sisters had a baby as well. And, the engagement party. And then in a week's time is the Skull Model Expo in Melbourne. So, it's like I'm staying an extra week after my darling wife heads back. So that'd be be an interesting trip. I'll see some stuff.
Good for you.
And I think it'll let Raymond Terrace dry out a little bit before I head back. So,
Is it still raining up there?
No, it rained the other day, but no, I had a couple of blue sky days, so I think it's all starting to dry out a bit. which is nice. Jim says, keeping Europeans from enjoying sausages indefinitely sounds like a death sentence, particularly in Germany. Well, you're not wrong. It's like the worst thing they can. Yeah. Hilarious. Yep.
It's what Captain Mannering would call a typical underhand German Nazi trick.
Yeah. John says, very good. Hear it, John? Yeah. No, everything's all good. Can do a smear.
My mum and dad are off to Corfu in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
Is that a disco or?
Boy, hollybobs. Then they're going again in September. Jeez.
The skiing.
I need to find out what time this thing is tonight because
A thing?
the veterans bimble. Let's do a little bit of research. Robert says, message for Mikey. Due to painkillers on eBay, I have 3 pairs of B set arriving, keeping 1, so 5 for your distribution.
Cool. Thank you, buddy.
B set.
Yeah. Did you get that message yesterday, Weight Rose?
What was that? Sorry. Where?
Oh, John
Sorry,
doesn't know
what?
about that, does he?
Oh, the one you sent about the
John doesn't
things
know.
from Bob. Yes, I did. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I miss?
John doesn't know about that.
No, he doesn't.
Right. I've got to try and remember what they're actually bloody called.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come
They're
on.
weird,
Why is my phone up? Yeah. It's a weird name. Right. Weight Rose.
Oh, pardon me.
Okay. So, John, have you ever heard of the Strand Beast?
Nope.
Okay. So it's a machine that's wind powered, and when the wind blows on the propeller at the front, the legs move and it walks sideways. Okay. Bob has
I've
bought
seen them
some
on a
that he
beach.
doesn't need. Some models. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's bought some models of them that he doesn't need. They're working models. So he's going to send them to Gary so that we can all have one each, and we can do it as like a group build.
Wow.
Make our own little wind-powered robots.
Wow. That's cool.
There's lots of wind around here.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
So
I was wondering where he kept
that's
his
pretty cool.
super glue. That'll do it.
Cue John's accident with super glue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've got my fuselage together,
Excellent.
complete
Very
with
good.
and painted bit.
Excellent.
At John
And-
Marley, says Jim, I'll set the over-under on the part count of your mini arc kit at 500. Let's see. I wonder how
I
many
have to
parts
say, totally 100% agree with you, Mr. Evans. That goes together beautifully.
It is nice. It is nice.
It
Now
does
I've just
rather.
gotta get-
Not that John would know because he's doing a Rotodyne.
There is hardly a seam there as well.
It's not that big a kit actually. So all we have is 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues, and then three rotors. That's all. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sprues. One of them's wheels, and the rest they're not that large. The largest ones are these two. So there's not that many parts in it. Should be all right. So I bought it down because it's not that complicated. Be a bit of PE.
Next comments.
Julian says,
Julian says,
see how I'm...
go on. Sorry, go on.
No, you go.
Okay. Julian says, see how I'm behaving, Mikey, and not making a single sausage comment. Proud look, closely followed by worried look. Is that a sign I'm coming down with something? Quite possibly, mate.
Good boy.
John, you've gone all out of focus. Robert says, strand beasts. Duke says, John, I forgot to check the date of the buy. I forgot to check the date of this buy, swap, and sell. It's on Monday, not Sunday. Are you able to go on Monday too?
Yes.
There we go.
Bob
says,
it's a long weekend. Is it a long weekend here? Must be. I don't know. Yeah. Victoria.
Bob says, eat beans. Yes.
Yep.
Junior says, Bob, the motorcycle arrived yesterday. Many thanks. I'll probably make it once I feel my skills in building and airbrushing will do it justice. What practice is for, buddy? Next. Bob says, Julian, I have the same problem. Gonna have a go anyway. Bought 4 painkillers again. Oh, bought 4 painkillers again. There we go.
Yeah.
You might need to put a child lock on your Amazon accounts and things, Bob. Bob says, stepdaughter had one, then her hubby wanted one too.
So you bought 4 extras. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it is a long weekend.
Duke says, excellent. Yes. I will see you then on Monday, a long weekend.
Might as well. This is Melbourne. Why not?
Well, diddly-dee.
Indeed. So a chap I was at school with got in touch a couple of days ago. He lost his middle brother a little while ago, but his middle brother was a viewer of my channel, which is very nice, young Nick. And they're clearing out his house, and he came across a few model kits. He said, "Would you like one of these or all of them?" 3. And maybe you could build one on the channel. And I thought, well, that'd be nice. Little sort of in memoriam to young Nick. And so, yeah, so he sent me pictures, and like one of them's the Revell 148 B17 used to be the monogram kit.
Oh yeah.
And another was a 132nd P38J Lightning from Revell as well. So
wow.
Lovely kits.
Wow.
And the other was the old Airfix Chinook, which would be interesting to make and place next to the new Chinook when I finally get around to making that. So yeah, I thought, how nice of that to think of me to do that. So one, probably the B17 I'll do as a little memorial build on the channel.
Nice.
Before too long. Is that lovely? Nice of you to think of me like that.
You could even get a little plaque made for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
June says, I'll post pics of the Hurricane of progress on Discord in a bit. I just have the undercarriage, the prop, and canopy to go. First 2, I'll leave off until after painting. Sounds like a plan.
Abso-blinky blonky blimey lootly. I need to get a message to Marion that I'm going to be out from about 6 o'clock.
Out cold, drunk?
Say again?
Out cold, drunk?
No. Oh, no.
This is when Marion says, no, you're bloody not.
I expect there'll be some comment about you walk.
Don't forget your stick.
I'll have me stick, and I'll also have a couple of grown-ups with me. So
Ooh. Gary says, Duke and John, Sunday or Monday meet up at the Melbourne Model Expo. I'm looking at meeting up as well. Not too far away, be visiting friends at Point Cook. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, wonderful.
see, all these little plans formulating, and
Yeah. Well,
all
I
from the,
used to live there, when I was posted there. But,
all from the community.
yeah. Cool. That'll be amazing. And Robert says Walker's
John's starting.
word.
Yeah.
Jim says at Gary's stuff, the P-38 Rebel kit dates back to the 60s. The B-17, if it's the G variant, goes back to roughly 75.
Mm-hmm.
It both held in high regard, I think, because of the Shepherd Payne dioramas that he did back in the day, in the 70s and stuff like that. I think they came as flyers in those kits, and everybody would just fawn all over them. Amazing dioramas they played.
Yeah. Well, I had a quick look at the B-17. It comes with like sort of 5 ground crew figures in the set, which is kind of nice. No, see, this is also the beauty of YouTube. When we're going away, I'm just going to do a little bit of filming of where we go, just to say, hi, this is Cologne. Here's a few things you might like to do. Or if you're in Cologne, go see this. And one of them is the Fragrance Museum, where, of course, Eau de la Cologne comes from, where it was invented. And I checked on their website, and you buy tickets to go in, and there's tours. And it says you're not allowed to do any filming during the tour for data protection reasons. I thought, okay, so what you're saying is you don't want any recognizable people in the film, which is perfectly fine. So I wrote to them and said, look, I do this thing for a living. I know how to film things without people being in it and to edit. Is it okay if I still do some filming while we're there, just to give it because I want to do this top 5 things to do in Cologne video. And they came back and said, well, first of all, book a ticket on a public tour and use this voucher code for reduced price entry. Wow. Thank you. It says, unfortunately, you can't do it during the tour, but you get an idea of the history in the rooms. Afterwards, someone can walk you through the museum with you again for filming. Let us know when you're coming. Isn't that nice?
Wow.
All I said was, is it okay if I film and make sure no one's in it? And they've well, here's reduced price tickets, and let us know, we'll walk you through. Absolutely lovely. Oh, that's really cool.
Shame other places don't do things like that.
Yeah, like the Chocolate Museum that's also there.
They do, just
because they're not doing tours that week, sadly, but they're open, so we just walk around and take pictures of it, video.
Steal chocolate.
Yeah, do you know they used? I don't know if they still do it, but Cadbury's at Bourneville near Birmingham.
Yeah,
they used to do factory tours, and of course, all the time they get things that get broken and whatever, and they just left them in tubs by the side, and they said, "Don't worry about it, just help yourself."
Yeah.
And most people who went, so after about 3 places they stopped, it's like, I can't eat any more chocolate. I feel really sick now.
When we went, it was one of Lee, my son's birthdays when he was a kid, we went Cadbury World, and as you do the tour, there's people stationed around the tour. They were just giving out bars of chocolate at various stages.
Wow.
I don't know whether they do that now.
I'm not even sure. There's a Cadbury in Tasmania, like obviously when they make it down this end of the world. But I'm not even sure. I think the tour stopped during COVID. They must be back on again because there was big money in it for them. Duke says, excellent, Gary. We'll see you there too. So there's going to be a 3 veterans hookup in the other end of the world, like 16,500 kilometers from you guys. So that's going to be cool. Julian says, walk? I mean, that upright thing using the legs for locomotion. Stuff that. I can never use see the attraction myself. Way too much effort. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, but you haven't seen how I do it.
When I was a cadet at school in the Air Cadets, we had a summer camp at Cosford, RF Cosford. Back when it was primary function was training radar and radio operators. Rather, the museum was almost like a bolt-on thing. It wasn't a full-blown museum at the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so one of the days we were sent out on an escape and evasion exercise. So, bearing in mind, these are school children, ultimately, all right? The very oldest were 18, and there were like 3 of them. The rest are like sort of 14, 15 years old. Dropped in random bits of the countryside, actually around the Wrekin, given a point to navigate to, and left to our own devices, except they also had a search force. And the search force were drawn from the base security flight. So they were like professional soldiers hunting down cadets. But we did all sorts of, we're taught all sorts of bits of craft, like if you're going to go through a field of cereal, then go along the lines of the cereal, but crawl, but have the cereal go like between your arms, under your bodies, and between your legs and out, because it springs back up. So it doesn't flatten it, so they can't see where you're going. All these, great. But we're going along, map reading, and found out where we're. I said, well, it says here we've got to cross this railway line. You imagine the health and safety panic these days of anyone saying, righty ho, right, we've got some children in blue that we're going to let loose in the countryside with no adult supervision, and we want them to cross a live railway line to get to their destination. We didn't lose anyone. It was quite exciting.
I can remember in my time as a cadet, we were up at Halton training camp up in Lancashire, in Cumbria, not RAF Halton, and we were out on a night exercise. Once again, you got all these teenage boys running around like loonies, and completely pitch black as it is up there. And we were walking along, and I had someone in the distance, and I thought, well, that's the opposing force. So I leapt over this stone wall, to find there was nothing the other side of it but a sheer drop.
Oh, Jesus.
So it was a case of, follow me, chaps.
Anyone seen Morris?
Yes.
Unreal. Were you hurt?
One of our battalion medics did that, because he was originally in the infantry.
Oh, God.
One of our battalion medics was originally in the infantry, and they were patrolling along this road on an exercise, and they came under fire, and he went to dive in a ditch, threw a hedge into a ditch, and the hedge, there's nothing the other side of it. He just dropped straight down and ended up spending months in hospital, broken most of his bones.
Oh, I was very lucky.
Just jumped straight off a cliff.
I wasn't even hurt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
He ended up being the medic on Britain's Got Talent.
Him we've got to blame.
That's okay. I mean, military history is used to seeing people die.
That's another program
on stage every night.
Never watch. You can make television programs of other people making a fool of themselves.
A few months before I was due to go out to Iraq, we went on exercise to Gibraltar, and me and Paul were stood in a bar talking. And he said, just remember one thing, Mike. You're guaranteed to come home from tour, but you've got 2 choices. You want to come home with a medal or a wooden overcoat, and then walked off. And I was 18. I was like,
nice,
dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
But he was the one that whenever if you ever went to his ambulance to get treated, he'd always treat you and then give you a pack of Haribo. Jim says, right, lads, follow me over the top. Gary says, Sunday or Monday meetup, guys. I forgot it's a long weekend. What's the traffic like in Mudburn on days like that?
Oh, it's going to be crap every day anyway.
Oh, you're such an optimist.
No, just thinking. So, from Point Cook, it's basically just get on the freeway. You know what do they call it? Oh, I can't remember what they call it. Bloody City Link here or something or other. But yeah, you just get on the road and just sit there. So no, it'll be a traffic jam. But the only way to do it really is City Link.
Excuse me.
Unless you don't have an e-tag, which you should do. Oh, you might not. Because Melbourne,
Wow, that's quite annoying.
Yeah. No, to be from Point Cook, it's probably going to be an hour trip, I'd say.
There's about a 7-second delay on my camera at the minute.
Wow. Jim says, at Gary's stuff, oh, he's gone. But we'll come back
His
to that
doorbell
one.
went off.
Yeah. So we'll come back to that comment. Julian says, I'd be useless at escape and evasion, A. You only have to search wheelchair accessible locations, and B, follow the ruts left by the wheels. Pierce myself laughing. Fair enough. That's cool. Jim says, right, lads, follow me over the top.
Yeah.
Julian says, has there been a health and safety assessment for this gym? Robert says, terribly sorry, Mr. Evans, but I'm still seeing zoomies in your background. Can anyone else, or do I need new glasses? Oh, we can't hear Gary.
You're muted, Gary.
It's the autofocus system, probably, and the remote control is in the north wing. Maybe I'll send others down there to get it for me.
Julian says, looks okay to him. Now, there was a comment a moment ago, Tiff, for the Columbus model says escape. Oh, no, here we go. Gary's stuff. Regarding the P38 and B17 kits, there should be a manufacturing stamp on both models. It should be on the inside of a wing or a fuselage part.
Yeah, there will be.
Columbus model says escape and evasion. At school, we called that homework day. And Duke says, Gary and John, I'm hoping to get there by train, but knowing Melbourne on long weekend, they probably won't be working. Well, they should do. It's, yeah. The trains are generally okay. It's the, just pack your machete. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's about a 9-second delay on my end.
All looking good here, Robert, says Jim. So I guess the zoomies aren't so bad. And Columbus says, lol. Julian says, lol, Columbus. TBG is in, saying hi, everyone.
Hello, TBG.
Hey, dude.
Hi, TBG, says Julian.
Maybe look.
Where's that?
Ooh.
Yeah. Well done, you.
Just realised how thin that plastic is.
Ooh, see light through it.
Yeah. It's only dry fit. It's only a dry fit in there at the moment. But it does. It just drops in. Very nice.
Ooh. Like he must be having big problems with his internet.
He is. He's got a 9-second lag log.
Log lag. Leg lag.
He's got a 9-second lag.
Oh, we'll adapt and overcome.
I'm sure he'll get it sorted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the other thing that happened yesterday was on Facebook, I got a message from a company called UMA, UMA. And they have designed, they're about to release a new 148 scale Harrier 2 AV8B.
Oh.
And if you, I've put them on Monday Masters a few times. I mean, they look just phenomenal, just beautiful models. And they said, well, because you've been in touch and you've publicised it, we're going to send you one. So,
Oh, wow.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, excuse me. Someone else at the door.
It'd be Mikey saying, can I try your internet?
Yes. Excuse me, can I just plug into this? DBG says, hi, Julian. Got the crypt open, I see. And Robert says, Julian, shall we get John to try and pronounce my home village, commonly abbreviated to GYR? Or G.
Sure.
Well, he has. Yeah.
There you go.
It's
Sunday,
Australia.
Monday. Well, I reckon I'm going to go. I reckon I'll go both days. Well, totally, it's up to you two guys. So, like, if you want to make it, I didn't know they're open Monday. I guess they are. I should. I don't have a flyer for the event. It's in Sydney. I didn't bring it. I should go through the other Marley's stash. Looking at he's got a couple of kids.
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought you'd have done that by now.
Ooh. Well, that looks all right. 32nd scale P51D. I should do that while he's. Duke says, I don't think that you can carry any plastic cutlery in Melbourne at the moment. No. So, yeah, for those obviously not aware, there's been a bit of rising youth crime in Melbourne lately. So, after years of people battling themselves and other people with machetes because guns are banned, they've just been using knives. The government's finally come around and said, oh, we're going to ban teenagers carrying machetes in the streets. I'm just like, well done, idiots. But, there you go.
Seems like a very sensible idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's
well, here they've banned zombie knives.
What are zombie knives?
Right. Well, they're those highly decorated sort of longish knives. There's all sort of recurved bits and sharp bits and proddy bits. Fantasy sort of related things. Yeah. So I thought, yeah, that's not very good, but I still don't want some bloke walking around with like a sort of 12-inch chef's knife either. No. Thank you very much. Surely just ban people carrying knives in public would be a good thing. Why it's illegal to sell zombie knives? Well, if it's got a blade on it, it's going to cut you and point that's going to stab you. Who cares whether it's a bloody zombie knife or not? You know what I mean? This is whatever.
9-second delay.
To do with how
you're in, Mikey, says Julian. That's what she said. And he's back. Phew, I was worried about me. Very good.
Yes, so these UMA model guys who are doing the Harrier. The reason why I got in touch with them in the first place, they came up saying UMA, it's capital U, capital M, then a small a models. And their logo is a bear, a little bear. So I wrote to them and said, great to hear you're doing this, Harrier. Look forward to seeing one. By the way, is UMA and the bear any relation to Ursa Major, the constellation? Because its official thing is UM, then A. And that's why you've got a bear logo. And they came back and said, you're the first person to realise that. Oh, well, dude, can't be that few. There can't be, the Venn diagram of people watching your channel cannot be that restricted that people that know something about astronomy and people that know something about model making don't have. I can't be the only interaction on that Venn diagram. I'm sorry. But we got chatting about this and that afterwards. hoping to convince them to do a British version, so it'd be GR7, GR9, and finally have someone who can make CVR7 rocket pods in the right scale. But the beauty of it, and the kits do look lovely, but they come with like a full weapons load as well, and all bits and pieces and interior gubbins and whatever. So it looks really cool.
All right. Duke says, I'm only going to be there on Monday, Gary and John. Sure, we'll make it a Monday then. Yeah. John, Gary says, John, Google the event, dates are advertised. I know, but I'm using the internet at the moment, so I can't. But I'll get around to it after this. Gary said, thank you, Duke. Monday I can do. I Googled the event dates and location, but forgot the long weekend. Yeah. Well, I didn't know it was a long weekend here. I guess it is. It's always on a long weekend, but it's usually, say, Queen's birthday, but that hasn't been one of them for a couple of years now. Julian says, Robert, we could try John on the linguistic landmines of Llanfairfechan.
Llanfairfechan.
Oh, yeah. Bless you.
Yeah.
Ponsithlet? What? Oh, shush. Shush you. How do you say that one?
Llanfair pwsgwyn gwyllgo gerig. Wy'n drobwch rhan Cecilio go.
Oh, yeah. Or splot. Or splotting guys.
Splot.
Queen get a queen sort of fantasy go. Close enough. If Big J, says Robert. Wow. Oh, this delay is ridiculous, says the bearded veteran. Oh, welcome, bearded veteran. Oh, hang on. Data says, oh, sheet a delay. Still funny. Tell you what,
I just realised I fucked up. Just as well I hadn't glued it in.
What did you do?
Well, I've dry fitted the bottom of the fuselage to in the correct spot, but I've still got stuff to put in there. So luckily I've only wasted a bit of Tamiya tape.
Oh, that's all right.
And that is something I have copious amounts of at the moment. Right, so
Jeter says, oh, Sheeta, tongue twister time.
Sheeta. Oh, Sheeta Bridge.
Only for this guy. I just, languages are not my thing. I can speak English and gibberish, and
I can say I can speak English and
very well
bollocks.
indeed.
I'm fluent in bollocks.
Julie says, lol, Hagrid. And Columbus says, someone get Mike a tissue. Sounds like he needs to clear his nose. Oh. Where's Sheeta John drinking? Oh, dear. What a shame. Going off, lads and lasses. Enjoy the build. Delays come and go.
Enjoy the weekend with Nia. Hagrid, give her our love.
Have a good one. Julian says the delay is so bad that Mikey's last comment was on Monday's stream.
Well played. Well played.
Duke says safe trip, Hagrid.
It's gunmetal, isn't it? Yeah, 53 is gunmetal.
And Bearded Veteran creates his, and then he needs a drink because he's out of phlegm. Oh, it's so weird being on somebody else's bench. Because usually, if I'm using his the contactor stuff, but it's a bit blocked. But usually I have a lighter within reach so I can unblock it, but he doesn't have one that I can see. I don't want to ring him to say, "Hey, where's your lighter?" Because he'd be sort of saying, "Well, what do we need a lighter for?"
What are you doing at my desk?
Yeah. Well, wait till he joins the stream and goes, what the hell? It's just, something I filmed last week. Oh. Cripes. So he's got some errors, F-15 Strike Eagle nozzles. I'm thinking about getting different ones for him because these are the ones without the turkey feathers. Whereas the prototype he's doing actually has the turkey feathers fitted.
Ah.
So I don't know. Maybe if he can't be bothered sort of upgrading it, then maybe I shouldn't do it for him. But his kit, it is a gift from me to him, so maybe it is included in my, purview. Looks nice enough.
E19.
Miss. So, Mikey, are you?
Oh,
in
who's
that
got the
much of a
telly on?
delay? Are you? Oh, you can.
Hey?
Who's got the telly on? You need to switch that telly off or mute it.
No one's got the telly on.
Let's
I haven't
face
got
it,
the
it's
telly
going to
on.
be John. I can hear someone's telly or something.
Oh, not mine.
Probably Tiff. Don't know.
Yeah, stop now. Oh, I can hear it again now.
Not this little black duck.
I can definitely hear it from someone.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, and Hagrid said, thanks all. Yeah, hooroo. Julian says, I'm fluent in 3 languages, English, gibberish, and profanity. The last one comes in particularly handy when model making. Yes. And he says, have a great weekend with Nia Hagrid. Tiff says, please don't forget that like button, folks. Actually, no, that sounded a bit negative. Tiff says, please don't forget that like button, folks.
Yeah, a bit more upbeat. That's better.
A bit more upbeat. Yeah. And Columbus
And
Model
slightly
says, I
less
think
desperate.
Mikey has finally cracked.
Broken him.
Gary
No
says,
modders
the
heard it as
car
well.
GPS.
It was Temu, Gary.
It's not. I haven't got nothing on.
Modders was hearing it through your microphone,
All I've got
apparently.
on is this.
Unless, I don't know. But I can definitely hear it from someone. And modders
can't
could hear it as well.
now.
No, it's stopped now. It might be that someone elsewhere in the house had the telly on a little bit loud and the microphone's picking it up or something.
There's nobody else
Gary
in the
says
house.
the car GPS unit couldn't locate the race course nearby. I don't use Google GPS as it's no better. Found the old Mudburn Street Directory. Oh, yeah. Found the event building. Joy. Yeah, you'll find it. It's over the bridge. There's a bridge over the Prince's Highway. You just follow that, and you'll go straight there. Follow the where it's going to be the only event on. So just follow the cars, and the old people with walking frames going into the building and out. But no, it's pretty good. It's no Telford, but yeah, it's not bad. Julian says, so can I, Mikey, hear the telly? Thought if you each mute in turn, you can work out whose stream it is on. All right, I'll go first.
Yeah, we hadn't. Yeah, John, it wasn't happening at the time anyway. When it was happening, I tried muting each one, muting each of you in turn.
Yep. All right.
If it starts again, I'll try it again.
Stream feedback from speaker to mic. Well, that sounds like something in a public toilet. That's stream feedback sounds awful.
Yeah. And get tablets for that.
Where we're going with that.
Julian says, I can't hear it now either. And Duke says, Gary, on the website, it gives you directions. So, yeah, the better-looking Marley doesn't know that we're going to be there on Monday, but I guess he's not working, being public holiday and all. Should be all right. I'm looking forward to it, because I'm going to meet up with, he doesn't know it yet, but Dave Goldfinch from On the Bench, he'll be there.
The Podfather.
He was actually up my neck of the woods.
You're gonna,
the SES.
You're gonna appear at his front door, are you, John?
No, he'll be he lives a lot further away, like down southeast than that. But no, he'll be there. I'll just sort of rock up because what I did leave at home is my Models for Heroes volunteer badge. I wish I had that just to so people sort of knew. Oh, it's that guy. But then again, I guess two like twin brothers walking around are just going to be easy to spot anyway. Maybe. Oh.
Oh.
Well, Julian says, woman's voice through Columbus, and Tiff isn't on the stream, so there was nothing she said. That's true.
Yeah. Spurious.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Right, so once again, Old Faithful has come to the rescue.
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing? Oh, we're only an hour in. Good. So I'll let those dry. That has to go on there in a minute. What can I be doing? Oh, pardon me. You're joking me. No, you're not. Bloody hell.
What have you found?
Huh?
What have you found?
No, I've just put the gunmetal pen away.
Mm-hmm.
And I need it again. So I turned over the page and there were some other bits to be. 7 and 8. It is.
Jim says, speaking of seeing twins, Mikey says he saw my double the other day. Huh.
Yes. I believe it was in a supermarket. Memory serves me correct.
And Callum says, Julian, it could have been Kylie Marley breaking through. Yes, it could be. Could be. I can neither confirm nor deny. And Gary said, thank you, Duke. Yes, I did locate the place. Not been to that part of the world since 2008. Bike racing at Phillip Island. Oh, yeah. Did you do bike racing? Cool.
Gary's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I was watching a video.
It says
Gary.
Mikey went to a meet Mr. Motivator event, Jim. I still don't know who that is. Apparently, it's a health guy, like an exercise dude.
No, it's an annoying person.
Oh,
He's always bright and breezy and cheerful in the mornings.
oh no, that's no good.
So, Jim says to Julian, "No spandex for me, Julian. I have an allergy to it." Excuse me while I train these teeth in for next door's dog. Julian says, "Lol, Jim." And Tiff says, "Well, I definitely know I'm not well. Just almost passed out walking back upstairs from getting the post. You all right, Tiff?" Just be careful. Do you need to eat something, maybe? Now, every time there isn't a message up on screen, we're going to worry, is Tiff flaked out at a keyboard?
Yeah.
She says, "Just lightheaded and my head is pounding and I've had my Weetabix." Yes. And Jim says, "Tiff, please take good care." Yes. Well, the thought of doing that walk tonight's made me tired.
Yeah.
How far is it, did you say?
I don't know. Don't know
How far away is the pub?
Oh, well, funnily enough, it's all something to do in Telford Town Park. And people who have been to Telford will know that where Telford Town Park is the Southwater development where all the bars are. So if you come out of Telford International Centre and walk straight up the path, you come to all the little bars and all that. So, interesting.
I didn't know there were any bars.
So is that the park on the left-hand side when you're walking up there?
Yeah, you know where the
behind the Travelodge.
Yeah. It's quite a big park actually. It's quite a large area. So
the Airfix guys stay at the Travelodge and they say they book it really, really early so they can all book rooms on that side of the hotel looking out over the park rather than the one looking out over the street and the bowling alley or whatever it is there and the Premier Inn.
Yep. The ice rink, the Premier Inn, and
ice rink, that's it. Yeah.
Robert says returning from pub is always twice as far as going to the pub. Absolutely. Thing is, I'm going to the pub tomorrow with my wife for her birthday. But she has to drive because I don't. Yes. Oh, blimey. Oh, come on, Gary. Wake up.
You can do it.
You can do it. Get in the chopper.
Gary says, wife's brother was a test rider for Suzuki Japan. We were invited to a fun ride with the bike journalist, went with Wayne Gardner and Mick Doohan. Big day out.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get into the small, thin little bits of this mini art kit.
Small fiddly bits to a mini art kit? Never.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, really. I mean, yeah, like it looks. I think it looks more detailed than I initially thought. What was cool is when I was at Duxford, they have one of these there. So I couldn't get near it, a barricade, but I asked a volunteer, or docent, whatever you want to call them. Could you take my phone and take photos inside the cockpit of this thing?
John never saw his
I thought,
phone
gee,
again.
you need to volunteer somewhere else, dude. There you go. It's like, I disturbed him. He had to speak to a member of the public. Oh, well. But I got the photos, so it's okay. I said, oh, you can let me pass the barrier because I know what I want to take photos of. No, you're not allowed to pass the barrier. Yeah, I thought so. Bit of a dick.
Did you not go, young man, I have worked on more aircraft than you have ever seen. Shut up and move out of my way.
No. No.
Didn't you go, don't
Do you
you
not
know
know
who
who
I am?
I am John Marr.
One day I'll be famous on a friend's YouTube channel, a friend I haven't met yet, that we haven't even thought of doing.
Said, yes, we do know who you are. The last time we let you through here, the bloody wing ended on upside down.
Oh, God. Oh, yes.
Yes, we do know who you are. That's why we're not letting you in.
Fine.
One time I was going up to Cosford, I thought I'd ask Luke, from then Airfix, now Ravel, of course. He said that they get on very well with the guys at Cosford when they're at Airfix. So they 3D scanned everything and gave them the scans so they could do virtual curating of the thing. So if they wanted to rearrange the aircraft, they could do it using these 3D models in the computer rather than actually shifting things around, which is a very nice thing for them to do. So I said, that's okay. Look, I'm going up there. They've got the F8 Meteor, the Prone Meteor there at the time.
Yeah.
Is there any chance you'd get one of the curators to see if I could just have a look inside it? Because I'd love to take some pictures for my dad, because he had a ride in it many, many years ago. And I said, I'll have a chat, but I don't think that's going to be possible. And I said, that's a pity. He said, yeah, anything Cold War, they're really sniffy about. I said, well, why is that? It's not like it's secret. He said, no, anything from like the 50s, basically, they're concerned about the radioactivity of the aircraft. So, oh, that's nice. So not only did Dad fly on his stomach in something he wasn't piloting, but he was getting radiation sickness from it as well. Oh, no, it's just background radiation and airborne tests and all that. It all sorts of sticks into the metal, and they're just really concerned about it. Until someone's been through with a dosimeter and confirmed it's completely clear, no one's allowed to actually get inside them. Oh, great.
Yeah.
What a legacy we gave the world, eh?
I know, right? So Jim says, Mr. Marley, I look quite the university professor with my beard and glasses. Yes, it's all an illusion. I saw a thing before coming on this. It was, I don't know, I think it was an Amazon original. I think it's called Our Man in Italy. It's with James May. So going through Sicily, it was. And he's walking along, he's wearing an Airfix t-shirt. And I thought, that's good on him. He's flying the flag.
Excellent.
He loves Airfix, doesn't
he? Yeah.
Oh, wow. We're only human. B13.
In fact, he made a point of one of the episodes of his YouTube channel was getting his young female producer, who's like 20 something, to actually make her first Airfix model and teaching her how to make it. It was actually quite funny.
I haven't seen that one yet. I know of it.
He's like the proper like middle-aged dad that's getting frustrated because he can't do it.
13. That one.
Beautiful Bernard.
It's not looking too bad.
Airfix, you have produced a wonderful kit in this Sea Fury. I'm just putting the I just realised I haven't put my camera.
I'm going to shock you. I'm going to shock you.
You're enjoying it.
I'm going to shock you now, Morris.
You're enjoying it.
I am. I'm actually enjoying an Airfix aircraft kit.
A wingy thing. I do apologise for not having my bench.
I'm actually. It's actually making me want to build more Airfix aircraft kits.
That's how they get you. Well, it's,
says
luckily, I have
radioactivity,
a Hurricane and a Messerschmitt to do.
Yeah. Julian says, regarding radioactivity, it always confused me that X-rays were deemed safe for patients, but everyone else wore lead-lined aprons. I've had hundreds of them in the past 55 years. Yeah, it's all accrued. You know, if your job is, you know, taking, you know, being exposed to radiation over and over again in the course of a day, then it keeps on accruing in the body. So that's the main thing. If you have an X-ray, say every couple of months or so, or a couple of days, you'll be fine. But you know,
it's the old X-ray technicians used to test the focus of the machine by putting their hand under, didn't they? Each time. And after a few years, it ended up with their hands were nearly rotted off because of all the radiation.
But also for a sort of structural thing, the X-rays will be A, higher energy because they need the resolution, and B, much more power to penetrate chunks of metal and stuff and get so they're probably getting like 30-40 times a regular dose every time they press the button. It's a bit dangerous.
Yes. Gary says, Tiff, you need an emergency packet of Tim Tams with coffee. And and then you'll be all right. And Tiff said, I'll take the Tim Tams without the coffee. I can't stand the stuff. Coffee. You don't like coffee? Okay. That's fine. And Julian says, when I die, it can be in an unmarked grave. My body will glow to show where I am. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Someone at the door.
Oh.
Somebody ringing his bell.
And Gary says, Tiff, a drink of your choice, maybe. Lord.
Some years ago, I did a talk on the use of X-rays in medicine, and it's but like the history of it going back to Röntgen and the discovery of it, and you get all these illustrations and photographs and stuff of the old days of medical use, and there's one where you know they've got this massive tube thing, emitter tube, next to the patient, and a thing the other side of them, and they're all gathered around looking at it. And like 2 years later, there's like the introduction of it for dentistry, and you notice none of the doctors are in the same room anymore. It's like, oh, we've discovered something about X-rays we didn't want to tell you. They're actually really quite dangerous. So, what have you got there?
A package. I think it's from
Red Bubble. Hey.
Ooh, that was quick. You only ordered it 2 days ago. Let's have a look, modders.
Hey.
Awesome.
In yellow as well.
Yeah.
Excellent.
There you go. Hold it up to the camera, guys. Oh,
Hang on.
bloody delay's a pain in the ass. Hold it up so we can see it properly, Gary. There we go.
Awesome.
I like it.
Cool. That was very quick, Redbubble. Well done.
That's cool.
Can put that
Oh,
in it.
Ray's in. He says hello from Menangle, New South Wales. Ray's a friend of mine.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mikey
Ray,
says,
and welcome to the channel.
yeah. Julian says, "G'day, Ray."
All right.
How's the flooding down there? You didn't go under. Was a bridge under, or is it sort of settled down now, Ray? Robert says, "Is Tiff in possession of velvetizer? Of a velvetizer? What is a velvetizer?"
That's something if you're making a hot chocolate drink. It's a thing. It's got like a little magnetic stirrer thing, a bit like a milk frother for cappuccinos or whatever. But it's designed. You make your cocoa into that and then switch it on, and it gives it a sort of a lighter, sort of slightly creamier sort of thing. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
My stepson's got one. We don't have one.
Nice.
You have a man to do that for you.
We'd have the sous chef to do that, obviously.
Smithers does it for you.
Yeah. Actually, I'm like,
Jim
I don't know
says-
who it is. I just let chef decide who to do it. I don't know who does it. I can't micromanage the damn place. Crikey.
It's downstairs stuff, that isn't it? It's-
Ray gets a greeting from Chicago. He says, Jim says, "Welcome aboard." And Mikey says, "Don't forget to lube John up for doing such a good jube today." Yes. Tiff says, nothing like that. I'm not doing a good job, apparently. Julian says, "Pity we don't have someone who used to be called Ray as well. That'd be X-Ray. X-Ray?
Oh.
Watches the tumbleweeds roll past. I'll get my coat. Taxi!" Yeah. Ray says a bridge did go under and it was out for 2 days. All okay now. Oh, sweet. Nice to hear. Big cleanup. Yes, branches everywhere. Well, as Gary would say, branches. Yes.
Yes,
Branch.
yes. You speak
Branch.
correctly, yes.
Yeah, branches.
Yeah, John, it just strikes me that, it's just an observation. And I've known some brilliant Aussies. I'll say this right at the outset. I've known some
There's no such thing.
brilliant. No, there is. I spent a lot of time alongside a guy who inevitably was known as Corky, but he was a top lad. But it just strikes me that's what we perceive as the Australian persona of like quite a strong personality, quite outgoing, quite large personalities. Your country is just the same. Like you have a flood, it takes out bridges, doesn't like flood the high street for a bit and like put like half a centimetre of something in a shop. You actually like submerge entire infrastructure. Your animals aren't just annoying; they will kill you. They will actually kill you. Yeah. So it's like that. Do you think that's like reflective of like our perception of the personality? Is our sort of perception of your country? It's just like everything's just on steroids there, basically. Everything like bigger. It gets hot. You can melt lead. Out there. it gets cold. It gets proper cold, and it rains, and it properly rains.
Yeah, yeah. We don't do things by halves. I guess it's just
No.
it's a land of a lot of sunburned country, a land of sweeping plains, of rugged mountain ranges, and something mountain range. Yeah, there's something range. Yeah, so yeah, it's yeah. Anyway, I'll shut up. Yeah, we do. Yeah, everything is like extreme. So yeah, we don't know when to stop. Just as an example of that.
Well, everything like here, a forest is like a few square miles. There, it's like a time zone. You know what I mean? It's just like enormous. They do big
it actually
chunks
is.
of
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
there's
like
I don't
Queensland
know if
is
you've
a
heard of
big
a Walmart
place.
pine. So in the
Yeah.
Blue Mountains down there where Ray lives, or down that way, they found a tree that's literally from the Triassic period. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's the only
I
tree.
contribute to the preservation group.
Do you?
Yeah. I have for, I don't know, 10 years or so. Yeah.
Gary says the Treloar Centre in Canberra. That's where all the Australian Defence Force vehicles and aircraft for the War Memorial are rebuilt. Our veteran plane group visit often. Was told not to climb inside the planes. Radiation. Yeah,
Oh, right.
it's the same with all the aircraft at Point Cook and Fighter World. We're not allowed to enter them because of the radiation under the glass of the instruments and stuff like that, which is bloody ridiculous.
Wow.
But it's just a way of saying, hey, don't sully the seat. But yeah. It is a thing, but you've got to be hanging out in them for weeks and months and years. But yeah, it's a thing. Air Force. So they care about safety when they clearly don't. Ray says nowhere near as bad as the Hunter area. That's true. Yeah, we were hit pretty bad. I guess it's still, it's still underwater. But yeah, it'll be drying out a little bit. It's going to be smelly for the next couple of weeks. Jim says that Gary Evans, it's a man's life in Australia.
Yeah.
Gary says we took a Geiger counter and measured everything. No readings. All bollocks talking there. Yeah. It's just a thing. I think I think they use it as an excuse to say don't get in and unscrew stuff, really. Duke says of droughts and flooding rains. That's the one. Thank you. Droughts and flooding rains. Julian says Gary M. Treloar, as in Lord Treloar, the old mayor of London. Yeah, it would be because we don't have anything original. Or Treloar wouldn't. It's not an Aboriginal name. Yeah. And Ray says, remember, it's only 9 out of 10 things that'll kill you here in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other one will claim an assist. Timmy!
Timmy says,
G'day, Timmy.
folks, better late than
Congratulations,
never.
Timmy.
Well.
Yeah.
I broke the
We
news.
didn't know you
Timbo.
had it
I hope
in
you
you,
don't
buddy.
mind.
There's
Well,
going
it's
to
no
be
longer
Daddy
in.
Timmy as well as Uncle Timmy.
Yeah.
Excellent. Fantastic.
A Timlet.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah. Tiff says, oh, congrats, Timbo. Yeah, I hope you don't mind me breaking the news, but,
It's probably where we were keeping it quiet.
Well, no, it's been announced, so I thought I'd announce it here. Jim says some American military jet aircraft of the 50s and 60s were painted with anti-radiation white on the underside. Well, a lot of them were. All the aircraft is the reason why American Navy aircraft are white underneath is nuclear flashes. Yeah.
The Vulcans, the Victors, and the Valiant at that time were.
So that's a thing. I can't decide whether the Victor I'm working on. I can't decide whether to do it white or camouflage on top and white underneath.
Is it a B1?
It's a B2.
You could do it desert.
I could.
Oh no, you can't.
Want to do
It's B2, isn't it? That's the mistake I made.
Yeah, it's a B2, not a K2.
B2,
but it's
B2,
also.
yeah.
I had a look for the decals of the aircraft that nearly crashed in South Australia. is XL161, and I can't find decals for that are the anti-flash blue. Like I can only find a scheme for that, which is the later camouflage after it returned back to the UK.
If I was doing, I would probably have to do it the wraparound camo.
Yeah, I think yeah, I do like that because I've got the yeah. So if I want to do an all white one, yeah, the Valiant will be all white because the choice of that or all silver, high speed silver.
I was going to say their Valiants were only ever because they weren't around long enough to get. I don't believe they were anyway into camouflage.
Yeah,
were they?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Julian says, when I was in school, there was a special education school called Lord Trelawn's. Yeah, it would be a special education trying to learn how to spell Trelaw as a kid. Oh, and Julian says, congrats, Tim. Ooh. And Tim says, not at all, thanks. Due in December.
Just in time for Christmas.
Mm.
So I take it baby Timmy or Timamina, whatever you're getting, will get his or her first model kit for Christmas this year.
And Ray says, well, take care, folks. Off to bed as I have a long drive to Orange tomorrow morning. Oh, are you ballooning? Assistant with balloon tomorrow? And Julian says, Ray, let me guess. The first
Are you saying he's
9
going to
are out.
swell up?
I'm sorry?
You said, is he ballooning tomorrow? Do you think he knows he's going to swell up with an allergic reaction or something?
He is an assistant with hot air ballooning. He's one of the ground staff. He's been doing it for years.
Oh, cool.
Julian says, Ray, let me guess. The first 9 are outright deaths. The 10th just gives you a fatal injury. Yeah, you never know. And Gary says, talking with my dad about this, he flew at Woomera during the atomic test in 1958. He said if they knew that, nobody would fly any British aircraft. Yeah. It's an amazing story. I read out to Gary the other day. The thing where, it's a very quick story. Ray says, lol, good one, Julian. So there was a Victor flying with a Blue Steel missile, took off from Edinburgh in South Australia at RAF base, and it was climbing at a great rate of knots. There's a problem with the pitot system on one side, so the airspeed indicator was measuring on one side, was measuring 1.03, so Mach 1.03, so supersonic. The other side wasn't, but the aircraft went into can't be supersonic, and deployed some slats to slow down. And the pilot had a look at it and just went, what the hell? What's happening? Oh, God, I better slow down the aircraft. So they did that, but it went into a supersonic death spiral, and they lost 40-odd thousand feet in 20 seconds. And the only reason they didn't crash is the pilot released the braking parachute, the one after they land, in the air, and stabilize it enough to be able to pull out of the dive at 16,000 feet. But then they had to dump the missile, massive 16-meter missile, and then land at Edinburgh. And they're very, very lucky to have survived that. It was incredible. Yeah. Well, good luck, Ray, and enjoy your day tomorrow. The weather should be good. Yeah. Orange, it's named after another English sort of Lord, I'd imagine. Fruit. And Julian says, OFFS. It seems I can't spell school or type. One or t'other. Yeah, your lag's pretty bad today, Mikey, I must admit. You're in and out.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to clear everything off the computer and try and reboot it over the weekend.
You'll be all right. 2 and 3. No, Ray says, no, he's just running over that way for my wife. Oh, okay. With your wife? Well, on an errand. Either way, doesn't matter. You don't have to air your entire life on this channel. But thanks for dropping in, mate. Question for everyone: what are your thoughts on the Airfix Fury? Well, yeah, you guys answer that.
I love it. I think it's a really
I'm
nice
really
kit.
enjoying it.
Goes together very well. Very, very good.
And you've built one before, Gary, so this is your second go?
Yeah. Built one, did it in the Dutch Navy display colours with the orange cowling. That's really cool. I mean, I love the Sea Fury anyway. I just adore Sea Fury.
Yeah.
The most excited thing ever was when DDMK said they're doing their 1/32 scale one later this year. And thought, oh, that's going to be so cool. But it's just a plane I've known from when I was very, very young, going to air shows with my dad, and he'd point them out and tell him to shut up so I could listen to the engine when it went past. As a Centaur or some full chat is, to my mind, better than a Merlin. It's just got a gorgeous, throaty, sort of aggressive sound, but with a lovely whistle from the pipes as it goes past. I just love them. The kit just is so straightforward to put together. I can't. The only thing I did have when I first built one, the engine cowlings didn't fit properly. I had to put a strip of plastic in between to get the engine cowling to fit. This one went together perfectly, so I don't know whether they tweaked the tool or something like that, or there was something I did wrong first time. I don't know, but a lot of people have mentioned it, and there's several aftermarket ones you can buy. But other than that, it's just a joy to build.
Yeah,
absolute joy.
Yeah, I missed the question because I was talking to Air Officer Commanding Homefront. But I understand the question, if I'm right. It's how are we finding it?
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful, really is. And
Gary says Hockey Trelaw financed the off public site Australian War Memorial sort of warehouse, the centre. Don't know if he's related to Lord Trelaw. Nor do I. And Lady Sam's in. Hi, panel and chat.
hello,
Sam.
Hey,
how are you? How's life treating you?
And Lady Sam says, hi, Julian. Jim says that Ray Davis, the Airfix Fury can make me furious. I'll get my coat and leave quietly. Julian says, Mikey, if you reboot it over the weekend, you'll start it back up in time to hear yourself. Yes, I know. Yeah. One of the first sounds Paul and I heard at our first air show we went to was, the commentator in the tower was just sort of talking away, talking like I am now, and then all of a sudden he just said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Sea Fury," and from either left or right, basically this thing, low level. In fact, it's the actual aircraft I'm building now. It's like with the all over, not now, but the Fury is the all over midnight blue with a big 115 on the side. Flew past very low level with that Centaurus screaming, and it was the most amazing thing. Like to this day, it's one of the most amazing sounds I've ever heard. I do 100% agree with your appraisal. It sounds better than a Merlin, Gary.
But is it as good as a Vulcan howl?
I have not heard that. LW modeling is in, saying afternoon all.
Or the Hunter Blue Note. That's gorgeous as well. That's something to hear.
The Meteor Blue Note is amazing.
Yeah.
And Jim says, hi, Lady Sam. Oh, Julian says, evening, Lady Sam. Lady Sam says, just dropped in to say hi and give a thumbs up. Off to bed, up early to fight the world tomorrow. To fight a world tomorrow. To fight the world or fight a world? Either way, enjoy your day tomorrow, Lady Sam. She says, hi, Jim. Ray says, many thanks for your thoughts.
Lady Sam, if you are going to fight a world tomorrow, you'll be safe because John's not there.
Yeah. Ray says, many thanks for your thoughts, guys. After seeing a local pilot by the name of Paul Bennett flying a Sea Fury, I have had the feeling of building one those in his colours. Yeah, Paul Bennett is out. He's out closer to me, sort of heading out west of Newcastle. Yeah, Paul Bennett air shows. Julian says a quick Google gets this about the Treloars. No, the hockey Treloar you're likely referring to, likely Adam Treloar, is not directly related to Lord Treloar, Sir William Purdy Treloar. There you go. All his names. Amazing.
Oh, now there's a message I've been waiting for since.
Oh, yes, as Ray says, nothing beats a meat box Blue Note. So the meteor. Yeah. Because if you're not aware, the exhaust sluices for the spent rounds, the casings for the bullets, extends into the airframe, but it's on an angle backwards, so the rear end is higher than the front end in the airstream. So it's like blowing across the top of a bottle. You get that sort of noise. That sounds amazing with a meteor flying around. Yeah, they call it the Blue Note. Yeah, but yeah, it is pretty amazing. But yeah, I'm going to stick with the Centaurus.
I think if you can get on YouTube, John, and look for Vulcan Howl and listen to it though, because it's when they throttle forward at the beginning of the takeoff run, and you suddenly get like a standing wave sets up between the air inlet and the compressor blades, and that generates this insanely lovely howling noise. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing to hear. There is a civilian aircraft that does it as well. A modern one. I can't remember which one it is, but I know Swiss fly it. It's a regional jet. I can't remember which one it is.
Lady Sam's off to Fighter World. She might see some F-35 action. Beijing won't. It's a Saturday, and they don't work weekends there.
The Air Force, we don't work weekends.
No.
Grief.
And big hello to all our friends in China watching. Oh, Ray says, catch on the flip side, guys.
All right, Ray. Oh, by the way, John, what is the modelling fluid tonight?
The modelling fluid. Oh, I need to take these. Dead. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
The modelling fluid is Pirate Life, South Coast Pale Ale.
Very nice.
Really is.
Very nice. Good for you, sir.
Yeah. Oh, it's from Port Adelaide. So it's half an hour and 30 years behind. But LWM modelling said the Vulcans from RAF Markham used to pass over my nan's house just after takeoff. Incredible sound. Yeah, it would be. I have heard of.
Oh, I thought it was Marham. Yeah.
Marham.
Yeah.
I do think I've heard it on YouTube, but it'd be very different from hearing it in real life, of course. Julian says Treloar is a very unusual name, so my guess is somewhere dozens of generations ago they probably are linked, which is why they say no known connection. Dulcasaurus is in, saying hello everyone. Bye, peoples. Julian says, lol, Dulcasaurus, afternoon.
That was very nice. Orange squash, sugar-free orange squash. It's all gone very, very quiet.
Yeah. Oh, Mum and Son Train rail fans is in, saying good morning, everyone.
Hi, Tammy.
Yay. How you doing?
And Gary saying screws
I
versus.
knew this was coming. I knew someone would do this.
F-51 whistles above 300 knots. Protruding blast tubes cause a whistle. F-51.
Yeah,
cool.
I was watching that. I was watching Mr. Markham on a video on YouTube this morning, testing the undercarriage of his aircraft.
Amazing.
Oh wow.
Jim says, hello, Tammy.
There we
I am in love with this kit. I'm going to go full-blown Marley on this kit. It is absolutely amazing.
All backwards, you say? That is a beautiful sort of zinc chromate.
This is the right way up.
Yeah, so that's the AK zinc chromate, yes? Not AK.
Real colours, yeah. AK,
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's a nice colour.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you going to do wings folded? I can't remember, Gary.
I'm having the wings unfolded.
Unfolded.
Because Mike is doing his folded, so
I should have brought that down with me, hey?
we're doing the same. We're doing the same
instructions with it.
Yeah, would you?
Mm.
Tammy says, hi, Jim. And Julian says, Gary M, Nanny YouTube doesn't like the BJ's phrase.
Well.
And Jim says, modelling fluid for me is coffee, followed by more coffee with a side of coffee. Yes, I'm having to ration myself on coffee nowadays. It's I sort of become conscious of maybe I drink too much of it, so I try to stick to a couple of cups of coffee, black coffee in the morning, and then if I want to treat myself, I'll have an oat milk latte in the afternoon. Other than that, it's orange squash and beer, of course.
Actually, something I haven't tried out since we remodeled the kitchen and all that and got rid of the range. We've just got like an induction hob now. I haven't seen whether my Turkish coffee pot works on the induction hob yet.
Mm.
So I love Turkish coffee.
Oh, Tammy.
Wow. Tammy's gifted $20, saying you're all appreciated.
Tammy.
Amazing. Well done, Tammy.
It's amazing. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Very kind.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you should have. You missed yesterday's stream, Tammy, where we were building. So Thursdays we're building a train, and I'm cursing quite a lot because I'm not enjoying it. Although it's going to be all right.
Tammy says, hi, Julian. Jim says, very generous and charitable, Tammy.
Yes, absolutely. It is. Very. Thank you.
Oh, and she says she did rewatch.
Oh, good.
Gary says, Julian, yeah, that's about right. Jets blow, propellers are screws. Facts, YouTube. Yes. And Julian says, very generous, mum and son. So we've got 5 minutes left.
Where has the time gone? 5 minutes left. So, when are you officially back with us, John?
So I'm going to stick around. So I've got another week here. Model shows are going. It'll be the next following weekend, Monday.
Right, of course, yeah.
So I'll probably drive home Tuesday. So I'll be back with you after next week.
Yeah.
I'll miss a Monday stream.
Not to worry.
I could be part of it this week. In fact, on Monday night, it might well be a double event. We might have both Marleys here, just talking to the same screen or something. We'll see.
Oh God, I hope I have another. Make sure I have another drink. Oh no, but it'll still be lunchtime for us, isn't it?
Going full double Marley.
Double Marley.
I figured it would have you curse. Try the big boy brick kit. That'll definitely have you saying words as well.
It's
I'm
not so
actually
much.
enjoying it.
It's not so much the kit; it's the plastic. It's horrible.
Don't like the plastic.
It's the Revel black plastic. And when I did their Lancaster, the one that Mikey's got,
Yeah.
it was the same plastic, and it's horrible.
Hmm.
You're just a moaning old bastard.
No,
Jim is
because
asking,
I'm-
so the drive from Melbourne to home is how far, Mr. Marley? It's about 800 kilometres.
It's just around the corner for them.
Yeah, I think there's only 4 sets of traffic lights, and there's one near my house. It's about 2 kilometres from my house, and all the other ones are within 2 kilometres of Paul here. But
Do you have cruise control?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, no, it's quite easy. I mean, the drive down is straightforward. The Hume Highway is a pretty good drive now. It's all divided roads, 2 lane each way, or at least two lanes each way. So you just sit there, it's lovely hills and everything else.
BBMF is going.
Say again?
Sound like BBMF going over there.
Yeah, but they were at Broughton today, aren't they?
Julia says, FYI, those who probably don't know, for privacy, unless your actual name is in your account name, I always use the account name, even if I know your real name. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, Malcolm's in, saying afternoon all, from a laptop where I'm trying very hard not to do any work. Your prescribed distraction is appreciated.
Malcolm Childs, you're supposed to be on holiday. You're supposed to be rolling around in clotted cream and ice cream. And
so with 3 minutes left, did you want to go around and see what everybody's been up to? Or?
Can do.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I've not done much. I've just glued a couple of bits of plastic together. So I've got the engine for the... I can't even show the instructions, but it's one of them. It's upside down, but it's one of those. Oh, God, let me get this out of there. God, do you think I'd be ready for my own...
I was going to say, it was your idea and you're not prepared for it.
So it's a, Avro 671 rotor, Mark 1 RF. So I'm going to paint it like, hopefully, it'll be a mix of the yellow one there and that camouflage one there. So Helmet Weeks over in Florida has got one of these hanging from a roof.
Yeah.
It's that scheme, but the yellow is under the roundlets at the bottom of it. Oh, in fact, like that, but replace the sky underneath with yellow. And that's what I think I'll do because it looks great. So that's me. And there's other bits that have, I haven't put the seat belts on the seats, but I've got bits and bobs ready to go with that. So that's me.
Well,
very.
I have before we went live this morning, I did all the zinc chromate. Well, I thought I did all the zinc chromate spraying, and then found a piece here that I had to brush paint, but I've got away with it. But I have got the fuselage assembled, the main part of the fuselage, and the beginnings of the wings are all in there. I've also put all the little, I don't know whether you can see the gunmetal bits are all in there as well. So yeah, and absolutely beautiful. You can hardly see the seam line on there. Unfortunately, I do seem to have a bit of a gap there, but that's not going to take a lot of filler to get that sorted.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with it.
Excellent.
So now to the other Gary.
I've scripted my supporters special. Thank you very much.
Very good.
That's what I've done.
Awesome.
Because of the dining room, because everything's pretty much packed up and powered down and everything like that. I've been working on my next videos.
And the bearded host?
Looking good.
There you go.
Yeah, it's looking good, Mikey.
Thank you.
You
There
did.
you go. And I painted the other part of it, which has gone somewhere. Oh no,
Yeah.
where's it gone? Uh-oh. Oh, No, that's not it. There it is. It was just about to fall off the desk.
Ah, very good.
Oh, that's your yeah.
Yeah, and the side
That
console.
that's beautiful. That is, because that just drops in place.
It does.
Fits beautifully.
Well, I'll let Mikey do the signing off, but I'll just say that it's great to have everybody in the chat as always.
Cool.
Mikey, there he is.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yay.
So yeah, thanks for stepping up today, John.
Oh, no worries at all. Yeah, so I could be at the other end of the world, and internet's still better than Wales.
There you go. It's not my internet; it's the computer. My internet's gigabyte broadband. It's fiber optic broadband. It's the computer not processing. I need to sort it out. We've got 26 people watching, which is good.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Tammy, for the $20. That's really kind. Really appreciate that. Thanks, Phil, for joining as a member. Appreciate that as well. I'll make sure over the weekend to put you on the end credits as well. Yeah, so we're back on 12 o'clock. Yes, for the normal panel. Tuesday, me and Modders are doing the motorbike. Next Thursday is a special one because we're doing an interview with Mr. Morris over here.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun. Hopefully,
Let's see if he gets
won't
the
be
job.
too bad.
Yeah.
That could be awkward.
What's that? Oh yeah.
And then Friday, we're doing the Sea Fury. Me and Gary have got a long way to catch up with Mr. Evans down there.
Yeah. Yeah, you have.
And
Yeah.
John's normally
So
way.
Do
ahead of
join
us.
us next week. I'll make sure to put timetable up for the week.
I think I'll put on Gary's glasses.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they
John
look
only
like-
has to look at it hitting its bill.
Oh, yeah, they're nice. Yeah, they look good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they got the same glasses. Anyway. Okay, right. I'll put a timetable up on the Discord so that everyone knows what days the streams are going to be. So, or what streams on what day. So, we'll see you all next week. Have fun, be good, and look after yourselves. Cool, Var.
Good weekend.
Bye.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye.